Hello everyone, my name is Stephen Howson and this is a Dark Horse series. This is a little bit of a video that I'm doing about some of the dark horses in the World Cup. We've already done Argentina, you can go and check that one out in the description below. We've got a couple more coming after this one, as well as a bit of an in-depth look at the favourites who might actually win the World Cup. But I had to do it then. I had to talk about England at some point. They're going to get out of the group. That's what they're going to do, I think, probably. Anyway, let's look at what England are going to offer in this World Cup. The thing England have to contend with most of the time is the weight of expectation heading into a tournament. From the unexpected success at 1990, the summer that football almost came home in 1996, for the next 10 to 15 years, England had a genuinely good squad, but not a good team. Expectation, luck and some poor decision making cost England on the biggest stage, and our golden generation passed us by. The England squad that boards the plane to Russia is one of the worst squads in terms of minutes played for clubs, player standing and international experience that we've seen in a long time. In manager Gareth Southgate, there's a failed club manager whose most famous moment in an England shirt is missing a penalty that eliminated England from Euro 96. But there's a work ethic in this side which embarrasses some of the so-called generation and a system to the way England approach games that actually plays to the strengths of our players. The squad is a blend of players in excellent form at club level such as Kane and Raheem Sterling, but we're also overly reliant on players who are not first choice like Lingard, Rashford, John Stones, and our goalkeepers have only got 10 caps between the three of them. The weight of expectation is not there, or at least should not be there this time around. Southgate likes a back three and lately he's been flipping between a 3-5-2 and a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1. The 11 I expect to see Gareth Southgate employ during the World Cup is going to be, I think, Pickford in net. I reckon it'll be Walker, Stones and Maguire making up a back three most of the time. Just in front of them, I would expect it to be Dyer and Henderson as a holding midfield too. Lingard and Sterling have been the preferred sort of pairing behind Harry Kane, and obviously the weight of expectation is going to be on Harry Kane. But I think Raheem Sterling is going to play a massive part in this. He comes into the World Cup in excellent form after being a Premier League winner with his club. And I think Jesse Lingard's industry, movement and just general attitude to the way he plays the game is going to be a massive asset for this England team. In Harry Maguire, they've got one of the most underrated defenders in the Premier League. John Stones, I think the jury's still out on. He's obviously very good with the ball at his feet, but is he going to be that defensive rock that England really need to progress and coming up against some of the players that they're going to be playing against? I think that's going to be a massive issue. In the midfield too there with Dyer and Henderson, I think they're underwhelming. It's not the sort of heart of a team, and Henderson isn't the sort of captain. Well, I guess he's not really the captain anymore, is it? Harry Kane's wearing it for the World Cup, but it's not the sort of leadership that you expect from an England side. When you look at some of those midfields that we've had in the past, this just doesn't stack up. Gareth Southgate's got a monumental job to do it, but I think because of the low expectation, this England team could surprise people. I think if they go in there with the right mentality and the press can change its attitude and actually get behind an England team for once, they might actually go and do something. I think fear is one of the most overriding problems with the England team. They're afraid to slip up. And because when you're afraid to slip up, I think you're afraid to take a chance. When you're afraid to take a chance, you don't make anything happen and you go out after losing 1-0 and boring the piss out of everybody on the way. A Group H opponent awaits in the round of 16 and that offers up a tricky yet winnable game for England. They get through that and it's going to be a quarter-final where it's going to get a lot trickier. Now, where do you guys think England can come in this World Cup? I do think the quarter-final is where we should hope that we can get to, but I think it's also probably the most that we could expect from this England side that I just don't think is up to much. I think they lack in overall world-class quality. I think they lack international experience, and I think they lack winning things on the biggest stage, whether that's with the clubs or whether that's for the country, which obviously we don't have at all. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Where's this England team going to finish and who's going to be the inevitable scapegoat when it all goes tits up? As I said at the start of the video, there's other videos that you can check out. My Dark Horse preview, my Dark Horse team guide if you like. Argentina's already out. There's a couple more on the way, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And also check out the favourites, which is coming very soon as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.